It felt like it had been shot in the leg. I stumbled over to Japan. Hey, we brought Stan Lee, but you can't see him because... Hello and welcome to another NihongoGamer vlog. I wanted to show you my epic new desk. I've just bought this. It's a bar table, and actually I have a chair coming as well. I'm going to be sitting on it most of the time when I do videos, but the chair hasn't arrived. So all I've got now is the table, but I'm loving it actually without the chair, because with this laptop riser, this is like the perfect height for me to do video editing and that sort of thing. Even when I've got the Wacom, I have it at a really nice angle to use. It's very, very comfortable, and when I need to do edits, I can just reach up to the laptop and it's the perfect height. I forgot though, I was gonna make some coffee, so let's get some beans. So this is actually part of the plan. I hope to be able to do coffee videos, normal video gameplay videos, reviews and that sort of thing from this table, because it actually makes it easier to do the video. Usually I have to clean the area behind my desk, the area around my desk, the area in front of my desk, and it's like just the idea of having to clean everything before I do a video. It takes a little bit of time, and so I'm quite lazy, to be quite honest. And that is one of the main reasons why I end up not making videos. But if I have all my stuff set up so that I can just stand, I could even continue doing my video editing, come over, make a quick coffee, and then also just go straight back and do some work. It's just the perfect setup. I'm really, really excited about having this table. The other thing is that you waste much less time at a standing table. I don't think standing is better than sitting down at a desk. But if you stand, you become very conscious that you're not doing anything productive. Like, I'm just kind of browsing Facebook. Oh, my legs are starting to get tired. And so one of the nicest things about having this table is that you become very, very conscious that you are not using your time productively, because your legs let you know. There's one thing that I've discovered that's really cool, is that if you have a standing desk, if you listen to music while you edit, you can actually be kind of like a DJ, and you can be kind of like dancing around, hitting the edit buttons, and you can get into a bit of a rhythm that way. By the way, today's coffee is Guatemala Antigua. This is not going to be a legit while I'm making coffee video. It's just, I was making coffee, and I thought, hey, may as well talk to you guys about this new setup. I'm using the Sony X3000 today to record this vlog because, well, first of all, I love the quality of it. Secondly, I'm able to use this remote and just monitor exactly what I'm shooting. I don't know, just for a change. Also, the angle is much wider. When I get set up properly, I'll be able to sit down at the table and I'll be able to use my other lens, but because I'm standing up, if I use my normal lens, my head gets cut off from the video. So it's actually better to use the X3000 today because I've got a better field of view. I'm gonna go get the water. One of the things that I really want to talk about today is screen recording, gameplay recording, and Bandicam. Because when I started using Bandicam, I realized it's a really powerful program for screen recording, and it doesn't take a lot of resources. You can sit it in the background, recording your screen, whether you're drawing or whether you're making gameplay videos. And it doesn't seem to take up a lot of resources, which is perfect because I don't like to do anything on the computer that's taking away from the main task. I don't want the drawing program to become slower. I don't want the games to become laggy. And so having Bandicam has been a real lifesaver. The problem is, I've been using it on my Wacom Mobile Studio Pro, which I use this case for. It's a Moshi 15-inch case for MacBook Pro, but it seems to fit perfectly for the Mobile Studio Pro. Last night I tried to do a podcast with Yazuki Wolf. As you'll know, on the main channel I'm doing a lot of drawing podcasts, trying to show our process of how we draw, how we put stuff together, and also talking about current events like, you know, comic events, anime events, or even video game events. And we had half the podcast recorded, and then Bandicam just gave up. And every time I relaunched the app, it would record less and less and less until eventually I couldn't record for 30 seconds without Bandicam quitting. Why is this happening? And it turned out, as I found out last night, that Bandicam has to be updated manually. And where I've got really used to apps which update automatically. We have the App Store which automatically updates. Windows, even the Windows Store, you can set it to automatically update. Bandicam, you actually have to check to see whether there's an update on the About tab. You click check for update, and then when it says yes, there's an update, it takes you to the website. You download an executable file which you install, and get the update. The short version of this long story is that yes, I did finally get it updated, but it's just like I've changed from hating automatic updates to why isn't everything automatic updates? So it's quite funny how I've come full circle. Just waiting for the temperature to drop below 90 degrees on the coffee, and while I'm doing so I thought I'd just give you a quick look. This is the riser I'm using with my MacBook Pro. It's by Griffin, I can't remember what it's called. Something I use here is a headphone hook. This literally just hooks onto my desk here so that I can have my headphones hanging at a good place. Again, I've got my Wacom tablet at a nice usable arm level. It would be nice if it were a little bit higher for a standing desk, but I can get over that. I might even put it a little higher. Coffee's at the correct temperature. Time to make some coffee. I mean, I was really upset about Bandicam. The thing is, they are updating Bandicam, which is good news. My main problem was I thought Bandicam is just this program that they sold and now they're not updating it and it's not compatible with the latest OS. I thought that was a problem, and it turns out I just had to update it. But it has shaken my confidence. When you do gameplay recordings, that's the sort of thing that you get to the end of an hour or 2 hour session. And if your program hasn't recorded, and it hasn't let you know that it hasn't recorded, your confidence is so shaken that you think, I don't ever want to use this program again. I hit Twitter, and a lot of you guys actually suggested using OBS, so I'll definitely be trying that out soon. I know that Fraps is quite popular, but apparently the file sizes are really large, so I'm gonna give Bandicam one more shot. If it lets me down, I'm afraid it may be over. It may be over for Bandicam, which is such a shame because it's so lightweight, and when it works, it does such a good job of recording, and it's so intelligent that when you're not doing much on screen, it doesn't make a big file. But if you are doing a lot on screen, it will actually compress it. You'll make it less compressed so that you have a good quality image from frame to frame to frame. That sort of thing really does matter when you're making recordings. Reliability is more important for a person who makes videos sort of every day or every week. Guatemala, Antigua. I'm excited about having some coffee. You'll see in a moment, actually, this is quite a fun mug. This will actually change color when I pour the coffee into it because it's one of those temperature mugs. You may remember there was an old video I made 2 years ago when I actually got for Christmas video game Sega mug, and that was heat changing, but this is a Disney mug that I'm using today. Let's make the coffee. Other things I want to talk about, I've got another video I'm planning on making soon about Tokyo Comicon. The short story, again, really cutting everything down. The short version of the story is Tokyo Comicon was a bit disappointing. I have been to small Comic-Cons before, because especially as I went to MCM London Comic-Con in England, you know, I know what it's like to go to a small version of a Comic-Con. It's not anything like what I've heard the American versions are. But Tokyo, it's like such a rich comic, living, breathing comic culture in Japan. And in Tokyo, they brought Comic-Con from America to Tokyo, and it was lame. It felt like it had been shot in the leg, and it kind of stumbled over to Japan, like, hey, we brought Stan Lee, but you can't see him because he's hiding in a booth somewhere signing papers. They charged $100 per ticket for people to go and have Stan Lee sign something that you own. And I think that's fine, but Stan Lee wasn't present anywhere else at the con, not that I noticed. I was there pretty much the whole day, and he was rarely on, I didn't see him ever go on stage. The comic area had about 8 artists, maybe 9, and then some of them were on lunch breaks for like hours at a time, so you couldn't even find them. So it's like, what is Tokyo Comicon? What is it trying to prove? I wasn't really sure. So you're about to see whether this mug actually does change color. Oh, here it comes. You can see the color changing there on the mug. Of course, it's not going to change all the way to the top because I haven't actually got the whole cup filled with coffee. I'm not sure how much of the bottom area you can see, but I've got a little area down here where I can put the hard disks and plugs, cables and that sort of thing. So I've got storage for the hard drives over there, laptop sits on a riser. I use Magic Mouse or the Intuos tablet here for editing. Actually, most of the time I sit here with one hand on the keyboard and one hand on the Intuos tablet for editing. In fact, most of the time I don't even hold the tablet. I'm literally just left hand, left right, left right, left right, cut, left right, cut, add, paste. I am totally in love with the setup that I've got right here. I've even got this secret area I can pull out, or I can put like the tablet here underneath the desk here and just go whoop. I could even make videos where I'm like, hey, look what I've got. Stuff like this is the sort of thing that gets me excited. Rearranging my room. I know that seems really lame, but when you completely transform and reinvigorate the way that you think, I mean, this may only last for 2 months or 3 months and then I may change my system again, but for now, this has really refreshed my mind. It's like, okay, I'm standing and I'm working, make coffee and do the work, and then I may even get my turntables out, do a bit of DJing. Lots of stuff coming up, hopefully more drawing podcasts, hopefully I'll finish my Wacom Mobile Studio Pro review. That will be going up soon. More gameplay, I've actually got some games I want to show you. I bought these games about a month ago, or maybe more than a month ago. One is called Idle Death Game, and the other one is called Reco Love. This is Idle Death Game, and this is Reco Love. One of them is kind of visual novel style, and the other one is adventure visual novel, kind of pretending to be Persona, but not getting quite there. Anyway, the two Vita games that I was quite excited about, one because I think it'll have quite good Japanese language practice in, and one because it's just a fun game where basically these people think they're going to be idols and they end up in a sort of battle royale, everyone's going to die system. I've just had absolutely no time. I still work every day and then I have to do all my personal stuff after work. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this somewhat random vlog and I'll see you in the next NihongoGamer video.